Good morning. Today I was planning to do gardening and sort out my garage, etc., and clean my bike. I do need to go and do that before I ride. But I'd put a post out or introduced and joined a group called Bikers Meets and Ride Outs, and said that I was between Ipswich and Norwich, and I had a lady contact me from Norwich, so I DM'd her, and a guy called Mark contact me from Ipswich. So I'm going out to Hemlingham Hall today because it looks quite interesting. Just have a cup of tea there, have a quick shifty around, and then hopefully meet him and go out for a little ride out. So that will be fun. Go and have sort of somebody riding with me again. I do like riding with others. And talking about that, Lynn, who you may remember from Ireland, who I rode out with around County Kerry, we've booked to go and stay at Moffat next June in Scotland and do a 4-day tour on the Can-Am. So I'm really excited about that. So forward planning, that's one that's definite, that's going to stay in the diary. I'm not going to change that like I changed my mind on everything else, but there you go. Anyway, onward and upward. Have a great day. I'm all ready to go out for a bike ride. Washed my bike. Feeling bleh. Really want to be going out riding with Andy, really, but I can't, although I know he's going to be with me. I just put the washing on the line. There was a feather down there. Leaves me feathers everywhere. Some people turn to tarot cards, and I do sometimes, but I'm going to take some inspiration. See what he sends me today. Here we go. Just to try and get me in gear. Get help. Oh. Sometimes it's hard to function being riddled with fear. If I could do magic, I would choose to disappear. My head feels so fuzzy and my vision isn't clear. If I sent a postcard, I wouldn't wish anyone here. Sadness, anger and frustration often produce a tear. I don't recognise my reflection or the things I hold dear. Today it's mine, it doesn't feel like my year. It's time to get help and find a listening ear. You are not alone. There are people and organisations who will listen and help you no matter where you are in the world. Yeah, I can take some stuff from that today. I can. And it feels like a bit of a postcard actually, when it's about postcard from Andy, of like, you're not alone, you're not, he's always there. And power of positive thought I've just opened up onto. Positive, power, powerless, positive thought. That's what my eyes went to first, was power of positive thought. So let's just combine the last three headings, which would have been positive, power and powerless. Especially as your ego is probably now in overdrive and flexing its muscles at me. As we've already discovered, if we hear something often enough, then we start to believe it. It's the same for what we tell ourselves. Positive thought is powerful and freeing, and often it's just a matter of turning things around. We are worried about our health or the future and are continually asking ourselves, what if so-and-so happens? This makes us feel worried, anxious, sad, depressed, nervous and fearful. Next time this happens, ask yourself, what if it doesn't? You've taken the power back from your thoughts and gained feelings of freedom, peace and happiness. Yeah, both of them mentioned about feelings, didn't they, and emotions, and I guess part of me does feel a bit going out for a ride with another man, even though I've made it completely clear that this is just a bike ride, and it will always be just a bike ride with people, because my soulmate, my twin flame, is still here with me. He's not going anywhere anytime soon, and yeah, I have everything I need right here and right here. So that's kind of a message, I think, from him, like, it's okay, just go do it, be positive. Because I'm thinking, what if this bloke makes a move on me? What if he doesn't? If he does, as I said yesterday, I've got my walking stick. And further reflection, I think it's just, I feel very vulnerable, and I think as a woman on your own, you can feel really vulnerable. Yeah, and it kind of puts it in perspective, because like Andy was someone who was really helpful and would help anybody, and I know he used to say, like, if he saw a woman breaking down by the side of the road, it was horrible in later years. He had to stop and think about, should he stop and help? And 9 times out of 10 you don't, because of, yeah, it's just horrible, isn't it? We didn't have that. Well, I don't know that we had that in the 70s and 80s. We just stop and we just help. We wouldn't have this overthinking of everything. And the fact is, I'm a tomboy. I grew up with boys. I get on well with women, but I click better with men. I have more of their personality. Just in case you didn't realise that I'm a tomboy. Because I don't think I would have given any clues to that, would I? So it is nice to have male company. The last male ride out I did actually was with Aaron, Andy's son. He's now got Andy's number plate on his bike, so that's cool. His personalised plate, that's really good. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ride, go have fun, go explore. Well, what do you know? I've just literally ridden away from where I live, and because I had no internet at home or anything. I've ridden away, I've got internet, and he can't make it today anyway because he's not feeling well. But I'm going to go over there anyway and just check out the hall and the tea rooms. Well, I haven't got very far. I've just got to the garage at this, and I've decided to stop for a coffee. And then some lunch, some super grain salad and chilli crisps, because that's what I used to have when Andy was in hospital, with a bean salad, but they didn't have the bean salad. So, internet's still on and off, both on my phone, the 4G. Don't have 5G in this area. And also in my Wi-Fi. It's just not working. So, frustrating. Still haven't got yesterday's uploaded, and it's just showing me how reliant we are on the internet and our phones. How frustrating I've been, how stressed I've been, how I'm like, rah! Can't even watch TV without the internet nowadays. It's so annoying, because I'm at the end of series 3, episode 4 of Married at First Sight, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's getting quite juicy. Can't watch it, that's fine, I'm out riding instead. But I've got no, my Relive's working for some reason, but my maps aren't or anything like that. But I've just been chuckling along to myself as I've been riding along. So I was thinking, what is it about sort of men? Why do I connect with men? Because I've got loads of female friends as well, and I love riding out with Lynn and Michaela and that. But I don't know, it's just the banter. I love the men's sense of humour and the banter. And I remember when Jack was about 16, my son, we were going down to see my old school friends. We were going for a night out. And Jack was very protective of his mumsy then. And I said to him, look, they're going to swear at me, they're going to call me a swilly twat, they're going to call me a stupid tart, they're going to tell me to F off. I went, it's banter, it's all fun, do not twat them. He didn't, he gets on very, very well with them, but it did make me chuckle, it did. Anyway, I'm going to eat, and it's quite reminiscent. This is where I met Jack actually, before I started my big trip to Ireland and Wales, so yeah, hopefully I get some internet to see where I'm going. If not, I'm just going to follow my nose. Can't read the maps anyway, can I? So I'm probably better just not bothering. See where I end up. Oh, it's a really lovely chap. He's 74 next week, riding on a Triumph. Now his wife used to ride pillion, but she's in her 70s now, so doesn't. So obviously I've been talking to him about the Can-Am. He's been, yeah, he said he's going to ride as long as he can, but I said, well, don't give up. Find another way. Sat nav's working at last, and hopefully my internet. And I'm on my way to where I'm going, but I've just gone through Debenham. I'm like, this is a beautiful little village, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm at Debenham. Beautiful. I'm going to go get some photos for you. Amazing. Well, it has some Roman history here, and it's in the 1086 Doomsday Book, and it was already a thriving place. Agricultural centre, giving butter and cheese, especially a cheese that the Navy particularly liked, apparently. It dates back from the 16th century, but said that there is some evidence of Roman stuff as well. And legend has it that Bloodfield on the outskirts, I probably won't be able to find that, was named after a battle against the Danes. So there you go. Anyway, there's a little map here of all the places I'm going to see. I'll go and see if I can find them all for you. This is the oldest house in Debenham, currently being restored. It's going to look nice when it's all done, look. This building was used by the Order of the Foresters, who were formed in 1834 or 35, can't remember. But before that was the Royal Foresters, who were in the early 18th or in the 18th century. and they felt that they were helping people and reaching out to people to walk through the forest of life. It was also used as the antique shop in Lovejoy. Really strange to see all these really old buildings, then all cars parked and lorries and cars driving through. In about 1540, this was the village inn. This is Market Cross, which was used as a market building in the 17th century, but was actually used as a school after 1668. But I take it isn't now. And there's a little sign up there that says 2021, so I assume it was kind of restored or replastered just a couple of years ago. Before 1650, that was the Green Dragon Inn. And in 1749, that building there was a non-conformist meeting place. There's renovation going on here, but that was formerly the Buck's Head. And out the back, apparently, there's an old Tudor theatre, but obviously you can't get out there. But I didn't find all the pubs, but there was about 5 inns and pubs here in the past. And it's a bit surprising because this is an Aspel, well, just off Aspel Road. And I went past Aspel's Brewers. I'm not sure when Aspel's opened actually, but obviously very famous cider makers. Advocating cider or alcohol in any way you understand. Although I did used to like an Aspel's. And I did find Thatcher's Gold are doing an alcohol-free one. I don't know if Aspel's are, but Thatcher's Gold are, and that's quite refreshing, but I'm sure full of sugar. I'm nearly at a month. Oh, a month is a tricky time for me. I'm starting to crave cake. I don't want it. I do not want it. Play the tape forwards, Corinna. Play it forwards. I actually found a church that's open. Look at these beautifully embroidered kneeling stools. Kneeling cushions, should I say. I remember making one when I was in the Girls' Brigade, I think. Many years ago. This is a medieval chest that used to hold all the valuables for the parish and the documents, and it's got 3 locks, as was customary, because the vicar and 2 church wardens each held keys, and all 3 of them had to be present to open it. And this is the tomb of John Simpson, who died in 1697. He bequeathed farmlands to Debenham and Framlingham, the income of which fed the poor. He used to give loaves, 42 wheaten loaves every Sunday for the poor, and also 8 coats for men and 6 for poor women on Christmas Day. That's what I love about these. Look, they sew on them as well. He made them, and it's quite fantastic when you're religious or not. They are nice. It's a nice little memory because they'll be here for years, these cushions. Now at Hemlingham Hall, but before I can go in, I've dropped my key in there somewhere. And unlike when I was in Ireland and that lovely chap was crawling around on his hands and knees trying to find it for me when I did it the other side, I've got to try and do it myself. This is Hemlingham Hall. It's very peaceful here. It's opened May to September, 10 till 5. Last entrance is at 4 p.m. Apart from it's shut on Fridays and Saturdays. You do have to pay to go in the gardens, and there's no point because I don't think I'll walk very far today, but But it is a short walk from the car park just to here, so you can just come and see this, and a cafe just round behind me. Well, it's a good job I stopped at Debenham to get some photos and have a little look around at history. It is really nice here. It is really peaceful. The staff are lovely as well. And I'd love to have had a little walk around the gardens, but that's not for me today. I'm not sure how far the gardens are, but I did see a lady being pushed in a wheelchair, so obviously they are wheelchair accessible, which is good. £8 for an adult, £4 for children. The cafe does do gluten-free bread. There is a low gluten brownie, I think it was, cappuccino brownie. There is some vegan stuff as well, and good disabled access. So yeah, I mean, good for a meeting place for a ride out maybe. Good if I was coming with someone, or if I had my walker with me, I could probably come and have a little walk around the garden, because it did look, there are some steps up to the garden entrance, but I think a lot of it is accessible. So yeah, all in all, I would come back. I think if I had my car and my walker, then I would come here again and actually maybe have a little walk around the gardens. So I'm here at Framlingham Castle just because I love it here, and I was passing, so I thought I'll do a quick pop in, see what the price is now. So it's part of English Trust, but you are really good. So English Trust, you can get a year's membership for £69 for the year, and if you're disabled and need an essential companion, you get an essential companion for free, and it doesn't have to be the same person. You can bring a different person each time, so that's really cool. Great things with English Trust is you get maps. They're all over the country, and they also do reenactments, especially here. Do some great reenactment stuff here, which I've been to in the past. So I'm not going to pay to go in today because I have been there, but I just wanted to come and show you. The prices apparently do vary day to day, so I've taken a price list of today, which I think is £14 with a donation for adults. But obviously if you come in, then your carer would come free if you need an essential companion. So it is a great place to come. I'm not going to because I want to head home now. I just wanted to come in and just show you. There's some great stuff going on as well. I'll just take some pictures of the events that are happening and coming up. I think there's a half-term thing for the kiddywinks too. Edit. It's English Heritage. I think I was getting confused with National Trust. English Heritage, not English Trust. You can't trust me. I've got to say, the lady in the shop also said that it is cheaper online. So if you come in and it's not just a drop in, plan it ahead and book online because it's cheaper. Now I've just noticed, I like taking photos of shadows, but there's something I do really silly when I take a photo of my shadow. Here's your challenge. If you've got sunshine, if you're lucky enough, go take a photo of yourself today and see if there's something silly that you do too. If you do, write it down below and we'll have a little shadow competition to see what we all do. I'll let you know what I do tomorrow. Well, that was a lovely day's ride. I've had a really good trip out and I've learnt a few things today. I think firstly is that I don't have to keep running away to avoid my grief. I can stay here and go for trips out and go and explore. I love being a tourist locally. That's something that I've learned over the last sort of month or so. It's really good to go and be a tourist in your own town or county. It's good fun and you learn so much. I did try to stop at the Dove afterwards for some banana drop scones that they do gluten-free with a vegan cream, but the chef goes at 2:30. They stay open till 4, but the chef goes, so I'll have to remember that for another day. I thought that might get rid of the sugar cravings, but actually now I'm home, it's fine. If you do trek out Framlingham Castle, be sure to check the lovely buildings out in the town and on the way up to the castle and on the way back out. I was just too tired. I just wanted to get home to take any more photos, and I think there's plenty of photos anyway at the end. And I found a great little funky tune. I couldn't do the one I wanted because of copyright, but I found one called Curly Whirly for the photos at the end. I don't know why, I just liked it. It was just a bit of fun. The other thing I've learnt today is to stop worrying. Stop worrying about things that might not even happen. So, you know, it was good, wasn't it? That thing that I read this morning, it was quite apt of, well, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't happen? Well, none of what I planned actually happened today, apart from going to Hemlingham Hall. And, you know, it's just no point stressing and worrying about things, because if your day's anything like mine, it changes minute to minute. And that's the thing. We really don't know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. So from one of my favourite quotes is from the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Is that the name of the film? Can't remember. You know the one I mean though. And it goes something like this, is it's oh god, see, I don't have to drink to that drunk, do I? Just like ugh. So it goes something like this: everything will be alright at the end, and if it's not alright, it's not the end. Because you know what, no matter how shit things are at times, every little thing is going to be alright, so don't worry. That's the tune I wanted. I wanted a bit of Bob, but you got Curly Whirly instead. Anyway, chin chin.